All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sheila. Thanks, Basil. So I'm really honored to be a partner here with Willowmore. Okay, so Out of Box Academy. So we are actually a brand that does student care services as well as tuition and enrichment services. So the children who come into our center, so they're from primary schools and they actually spend many hours in our center. So they are here from 1 p.m. all the way till 7 p.m. And even on school holidays, they are here from 8 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. So you can understand with the long hours that they are in our center, we do need a very strong security system in order to make sure that their safety and their well-being are taken care of. Okay. So we are a fast expanding brand. So this year we're able to open 40 centers. Okay, the reason for doing so is that we locate each of our center near to a primary school. This is to ensure that the children are able to get from the primary school to our center very quickly in order to enjoy our services, which is mainly after school care services. Okay, so this is a little bit of introduction for me. So I used to be from the tuition industry. So one of the big differences is that in the tuition industry, when we open up our tuition centers, many children, they actually come into our centers only for a very short period of time. Say perhaps maybe 2 hours or 3 hours at a given time, okay? Unlike a student care center, where they're able to come in for a longer period of time. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So therefore, when I went into the student care industry, one of the biggest things was to make sure that all our centers are actually equipped very well with safety, okay? So we started very early in 2019. We actually had a test bed of 3 centers. I think one of the biggest gaps at that point in time was that all like what Joseph had actually spoken to all of you about, it was very difficult to actually monitor a lot of things via the CCTVs. Okay, one of the things was that everything had to be done via a manual system. And what we actually have right now, which is where we are able to digitalize and able to use the AI-powered security system, was a very big advantage. So when we set up our 37 franchise units this year, and actually it's 40 right now, okay, this is actually a very big help because like, you know, what you saw earlier, there's no way that we can actually go through all the cameras in a given day to ensure the safety and well-being of our children, okay? So moving ahead, we are actually looking at opening 80 to 100 centers. These are small centers near to schools, and therefore having this system helps us. Let me share with you the practical use of it. So these systems are actually in our centers right now. So I'm going to go through a series of things that has been especially useful to us, okay? So number one is smart switches, all right? So just over the weekend, you know, one of my managers, she called me and she said, oh, you know, Sheila, there are 3 centers, you know, where they forgot to switch off the aircon again. Okay, so this is a very common issue in our industry because, you know, teachers, sometimes when they leave the facility, they forget to switch on the air conditioning, switch off the lights and things like that. So having smart switches are very, very important for us. This actually sends an alert to our HQ. Okay, we're alerted that, okay, this particular facility in the west or in the east, okay, something is not switched off, and therefore we can execute and switch it off remotely. Okay, we can control it from HQ. Okay, so this is a very important aspect for us. Okay, this part as well, video analytics. Okay, so Willowmore has actually put in all the hardware into our centers. Later you can take a look at the booths. There's demonstrations as well, so you can actually see how it's being done. The software part is very important for us. Okay, what does this actually mean and how is it applicable to us? In a very small space, a lot of incidents happen. Children fight, children cry. There could be cases where teachers maybe step out of the room, or where maybe teachers raise their voice, or they, you know, they may not be doing the right things. Okay, I think many of you are aware of certain incidents that happen in the childcare industry. All right. So video analytics are very important because this actually allow it to flag out all the incidents which are, you know, where we need to take attention, and we can actually send managers down or people down immediately to rectify the situation, okay? And the AI machine learning is especially important to us. As you know, at the beginning, what will happen is that probably the machine may not be able to pick up real crying and, you know, fake crying because they don't want to do their homework, okay? So over time, This kind of things will actually improve with the AI capabilities, and this helps us to attune it so that it can be used on a larger scale. So this part is very essential for us, okay? And of course, Joseph spoke about the sensors as well. I'd like to highlight something that was really good about the sensors. And one of the things is that when these sensors are actually placed in our toilets, okay, so we have each of our centers is a small facility, catering to about maybe 30 to 40 students, and sometimes only with 1 or 2 toilets. So because of the high use of the toilet, the ammonia levels go pretty high. So the sensors help us a lot, okay, because when they alert that, the toilet needs cleaning, so we can send cleaners over, or later you'll also find out that we actually Willowmore actually has robots where they can actually send over to clean up all the spills or clean up the toilet. Okay, same thing as well, the oxygen levels inside our facility. When it's getting low and student concentration drop, so there's an alert as well. So therefore, we need to actually do ventilation, or we need to switch on the fans. So all these are very important piece of data that they actually send back to our HQ to help us. Okay, so these are all being currently implemented in our centers. Okay, and with that, I will pass the time over so that y'all can take a look at the demonstration booth later to see it actually in action. Thank you.